Hey guys, welcome to another video. Actually, this one is very spontaneous, and I absolutely am going to incorporate some tarot cards. Absolutely. I was actually feeling it was really some sort of how do I say this? Um, what is this word? Spirit, help me. I'm just want to clear the air because this is really a very spontaneous decision I took. It was not planned, as some of you might already recognized. I haven't been uploading this frequently the previous days, with a lot of breaks in between. But yeah, I've actually seen a lot of readers currently. They are kind of, it's not really like stepping back, but I really feel that they need a break, which I can absolutely understand because the energy right now is like seriously intense. I know that astrology also is having its explanations for the current energies, absolutely, but what I feel is like really stagnancy. Since about 3 days I'm trying to do bullet journaling. You see the words that I'm using, I'm trying to do. I started a bullet journal and it feels like focus wasn't really my strength the previous days. It's like a push and pull, you know. I absolutely remember that I have been talking about this in a different collective reading, where I've been saying like it really feels like you're pushing the gas and the brake in the same time, but this time it's a little bit more about, you know, I feel we are in a time of fine-tuning. And what I feel, what the situation that we are currently in now, and I do absolutely think that Jupiter and Pluto has something to do with this. What I do actually feel, what this is teaching us this time right now, is like to raise our awareness towards the energies that are coming towards us first, and second, figuring out when we are pushing too much, or pushing in general and not allowing. This is now the art of manifestation. The art of manifestation, allowing it to come into your physical reality, allowing the energy to pick up and putting you in a situation where you're going to be able to create in flow, and not because you think that you have to do it because you took the decision and now you're doing it. No. And I don't really think that absolutely right now what is, and yeah, I know I'm talking a lot about this, but let me tell you from my perspective about meditation, okay? So the previous days I have been meditating absolutely daily, but the most days I have been meditating once. And I'm not saying that, oh, I only meditated once. No, it's just like I've been recognizing it, and this is like, how do I say this? I would like to repeat myself from a previous reading that I've been giving for one of the zodiacs. I've actually been saying that for those of you that are having issues with meditating or really like calming down, something like reading a book or doing something creative is going to make it too. Okay, this is like, if this is like your um, um, gateway towards meditation, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. You know, it is first and foremost really about getting out of your head, you know, and not worrying about whether this or that is going to manifest or not. And I do really feel that the current time that we are in is like you are is like, stop focusing on perfection. Stop focusing on perfecting what you are currently doing. It is not, perfection is, and I know, the thing is, these things that might to seem to many people, and of course also to me, because otherwise I would not mention it if it wouldn't exist within me, this pattern, that it sometimes feels like these monthly quotes in a calendar, that perfection doesn't exist. But if you look from a scientific point of view, it is what it is. Because if we're talking about perfection, we're talking about a finite point, we're talking about an end point. But we also know through science, and seriously, I'm only using science as an example for example, for people that are a little bit more into the practical stuff. Okay, they are people that really appreciate cross-checking their spiritual side with their logic side. Okay, that's completely fine. But in fact, it is like that we know that energy never dies. Nothing dies. Everything is always changing its form. It is what it is. So we might come to the awareness of the fact that, we really need to ask ourselves these questions of, if we know that perfection doesn't exist, how many of my belief systems are being influenced by this belief system that we have been growing up with, actually? And seriously, I'm not here to blame or shame anyone. Absolutely. I mean, we are evolving through this, and it's perfect as it is. Funny. It is absolutely fine the way it is. It is okay that this is some sort of lower vibrational mindset. It's completely okay. Simply because we know we always have a choice. It's like, when you are worrying about something, it's like, why am I saying this right now? Because it absolutely does not, but I just got pictures and I started to talk about something. Okay, let me continue. This might be now a topic cut. I'm not pretty sure, and I don't know what I said before. I'm serious. But anyways, when you're worried about something, and I feel that this is, and now I'm getting the ring, I feel this is something that needs to come through. When you worry about something, you are simply meditating on something that you actually don't want to happen. Because we know that where our attention goes, our energy flows. So this time right now, where really the energies around us are pretty dense and pretty heavy, and this is really what I see when I'm looking around in my whole family. There are people are passing away, one after the other. And to be honest, I do have my own view on the topic of death. It's for me, I think I'm too a little bit, I've been out of this mindset about the fear of death. Absolutely no self-limiting beliefs or something like this in regards to the topic of death. But I think self-limiting beliefs is not the right chosen word. And here we are again with our perfection. Anyways, let me just skip the talk, and I would like to pull some oracle cards, because I do really feel that oracle cards are now the best cards that we can use. So just let me draw some cards. Yeah, what I wanted to get to is like I do see this around my family. Um, Family members are getting really sick within the shortest amount of time, where you before heard that this person will still have another few years. 1 month later, it's still only 2 months. Yeah, but you know, the thing is, this is like the energy is picking up, and that's the consequence. That's the consequence. That's why we have been reminded, like, the whole time, to really cleanse ourselves. First and foremost, energetically. Everything is energy, but first and foremost, really having a big focus on our belief system, because that's where it starts. We want to get to mind over matter. We don't want to we want to come to a point where we are no longer dictated. Where we no longer feel dictated by our surroundings, by our circumstances. This is where we want to head to. So where do we have to start? Absolutely within ourselves. That's logic. That's logic. And I do absolutely understand that really many people don't really understand what you are talking about when you say, for example, your opinion. Seriously, I have been facing a lot of situations within the last in the last 4 or 5 days, where I've had a conversation with human beings. I really I was really looking for, in these talks, I was really looking for not only being authentic in these moments, but also really raising my awareness towards my inner balance first and foremost, in order to not act out of ego. And don't get me wrong, guys, the ego is one of our biggest supporters in this healing process. I mean, that's why it's here. This is the main reason. Yeah, dream the world into being. Exactly. With dream the world into being, it is talking about the energy that we are sharing in the moment that we are healing. Because when we are healing, it simply talks about that spirit, or our, also we consciously are really aiming for something more evolved, something that is from our point of perspective better, or more adequate in regards to our new lifestyle, which is totally fine. That's why we're here. We are here to create. But that's the point. This is what the lizard spirit in this case is talking about with the dream the world into being. It is simply about that we need to match up with the vibration of that what we want to manifest. And this is really something that needs to go, or is I'm absolutely convinced, this mindset of becoming independent. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about independence in a sense of we need to fight for our right. That's absolutely not what I'm talking about, because the healing process starts within you, and you are your healing is having a huge ripple effect on the whole collective, a huge one. And I absolutely understand that many of us, and I do absolutely include myself, may not understand yet how powerful we are. But I feel it, and I know it. It's a deep knowing. It's a deep, deep knowing. And even if it may not be your truth, but this is, it's a knowing, you know. And the thing is, what is the cool thing actually, when you start to allow yourself frequently to check up with your way of communication, being very reflected. And I know there's always better, it can always be done more better or more or whatever. But if I'm talking about myself, I'm very, very happy and pleasantly, I don't want to say surprised, but I'm very confident about my growth. And I can absolutely say that I'm way more reflected than maybe just a few months ago. It is crazy. It is crazy. I know how I have been reacting in regards to stuff about 3 months ago. I couldn't even imagine that it's crazy. You know, the thing is, guys, it's like you're tackling one topic and then you're going into the depth. Okay? Closing it out, tackling the next topic. The thing is, they both look the same, but they are different. This is how it feels to me. Okay? It could be like the same topic might be tackled through a different lens. But the path that you are walking through this is less bumpy than the first one. And you're simply practicing stepping out of your comfort zone, step by step, and implementing it as a belief system. I can absolutely say that from one, I know it sounds a little bit strange, yeah, but there is one thing since my childhood, since my youth, that has been bothering me until 1 year ago. I had big issues with going to the dentist. I mean, really big issues. I was shaking, I was sweating, I was crying, really crying, literally crying in this chair, and I had huge anxiety. Actually, I believed I had. And then I found this one dentist, and I didn't change him until now, because there's no reason to. Now his wife, I think, is going to take care of me because he is on vacation. But anyways, this was really seriously. I was at a point 2 years ago. I was at a point where I can tell you that I would rather let them take out all. I mean, it's seriously, it is really like this. I would rather let them take out all of my teeth instead just going to the dentist, because the fun fact is, I never had an issue with extracting teeth. Never. I don't even have an issue with the injection. I mean, I'm having tattoos like over my body. Of course, I'm not, and I'm pierced. That would be a little bit strange. But in fact, I'm extremely proud of myself, because now when I'm going to the dentist, like, I developed a belief system about the dentist that this is wellness to me. It sounds funny, yeah, it sounds like, but I found this is the best way of transmuting energy. And that's what we are asked to do now. Transmuting energy. We are finding we are getting in touch with, once again, with weaknesses of ours. But now we are asked to do the hanged man and seeing the stuff from a different perspective. And this is really what I feel. Not in order for us to change our mind. But in order for us to come into the awareness of how detached we are from what we actually want to manifest, that's the point. So let's see. Yeah, be generous of spirit. Absolutely, be generous of spirit, especially for us as light workers. It is really talking about, let me show you guys. It is really talking about working on our confidence, working on being grounded in order to really being able to support others. Because that's why we're here. We're the way showers, star seeds, light workers, call it what you want, truthers. I don't really care. Those that really want to be in service. And yeah, I would like to implement this book over here, because this book is a very wise one. To be honest, I sometimes I'm getting some sarcastic quotes, but that's okay. We are having a good relation, absolutely. So please, one guidance for the collective. Please, one guidance for the collective. Yeah, you'll get exactly what you put in. That's the point. That's why it is. This is like the beautiful mirror to the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Why does it come together? Simple. Because with you'll get exactly what you put in. It is talking about in communication with the card of being generous of spirit. It is very much talking about if we are acting upon lack mentality, or if it is driven by our soul, driven by our higher self. There's a difference. And it is going to be shown by what you're going to see in your physical reality. And guys, what I really want to point out right now, and I don't even want to overlook this very important point. We are currently in a time energetically where we are manifesting seriously very fast. Be mindful about what you talk. Be mindful about your thoughts. That's why meditation is really something like, again, it is great. You're going to quiet your mind and really having a big focus on nurturing yourself. I would like to draw some archetype cards. Maybe there's something that they want to talk about. What is the energy that... Where's the collective? Okay, so we are having the magical child, and the energy, I'm going to show you quickly. The energy that we are asked to embrace is seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. Absolutely. Look, this line here is about your solar plexus chakra. It's about your confidence, but you know, you need to have a baseline unit. So we are talking about your lower 3 chakras, okay? And it's about really groundedness, okay? Grounding yourself. What does grounding mean? Really connecting. Listen, we are dealing with very high vibrations, okay? We are dealing with vibrations that we wouldn't even have thought dealing with 1 year ago, okay? So, my mother, she always told me that if I want to grow as big as a tree, my roots need to be down deep into Mother Earth. And she's absolutely right. I was my mom. She is very spiritual, astrologist, and a lot of other stuff. And this is something that she told me very often. And seriously, I just understood it. I think 1 year ago or something like that. Makes absolutely sense. Makes absolutely sense. Especially for me, as a Gemini rising, and a moon in Capricorn. This is really someone who is feeling very good in structure. Okay, who really likes the structure, who likes to create structure. I really love planning. That's why I've been starting the bullet journal. So the grounding is extremely important, because it is something that keeps us down to earth, that keeps us being down to earth means really knowing, feeling the essence of what we are, and knowing the awareness around the fact that if you see chaos around you and it's triggering you, know that is triggered, needed to be triggered in order to show it to you what it is that still needs to heal. And step by step, we are, how do I put this? Yeah, wow, that's okay. I just got an imagery. It's like you have a hole in the ground, okay? You're having a hole in the ground, and when you want to ground yourself, you need to first take all the trash out of this hole in order to pour in the cement. You understand? So that, for example, a lantern that is 20 meters high will not fall when the wind is coming. Okay? So the hole needs to be deep and it needs to be cemented. But if there are still some old fragments of us within us, deep in our root and sacral chakra, trying to imagine it like that, if there are still little fragments that are flying around and are not firm, okay, you will always feel a little unstable. Gosh, I really, metaphors and me, seriously. Let me pull another card. The Poet. Funny, that's the card that I've been drawing. Yeah. Now I know why I got the card. Oh my gosh. I just said me and metaphors. It's funny because, I don't know, 1 hour ago or something like that, I've been drawing this card. It says, Poet, light attribute, express soul insights in symbolic language. Yeah. You know, especially for light workers or those or way showers and people that are really having a lot of conversation, maybe with clients, about in a evolution. You know, symbolic language is a very good way to express emotions, to express circumstances, or even to express something spiritual that is not tangible. Trying to, yeah, that's what I mean, that's what I just did, trying to describe something intangible by using something tangible. Okay, and that's seriously something that, yeah, and I just heard that needs to be channeled, but that's okay. That's okay. We have guide, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Yeah. You see, guys, these cards are actually all talking about the baseline of grounding. Why? Simple. You absolutely need to be grounded. You absolutely create within yourself some sort of environment where informations that want to come through in order for you to talk with others about light work, or maybe about their ascension, or something that people come to you and want to talk with you about in regards to spirituality. Mm. Grounding, I just heard, is keeping you in your body. Oh, okay, I understand what they mean. Grounding is keeping you in your body in a sense of that. Do you know these times when you are very much into spirituality, and you have like, you're like a high flying disc, okay? And this is me about 1.5 years ago, okay? You're like really a high flying disc, and you are, I had my pendulum, my cards. I've been doing an intuitive writing and stuff like this, and I haven't been really focusing on grounding myself. Where I found myself then, after really getting all of this input about spirituality and stuff like that, where I found myself was in anxiety. Because all of these new things, all of these things that are actually intending to transmute my old belief systems. You have to understand that there is something inside of you that is scared about this. And when you are grounding yourself, you are comforting your inner child. You are comforting your inner child. And this inner child, this is you. It's you. This is not a second person. This is you. This is an aspect of you. You need to comfort your inner child. You need, it is very important in these times. Absolutely. Comforting yourself. Having these kind of conversations. So, you see, and now we have the magical child. Funny. That wasn't my intention, but yeah, that's the inner child, because this is the archetype of the inner child, and it's the magical child. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, to believe that everything is possible. Yeah, this is something that you really are most likely able to do when you are grounded, when you are feeling fulfilled, when you're feeling abundant within yourself without any other external things that are having an influence on you. Nothing. Okay, this is the point where you can really say that you are grounded. Absolutely. And by the way, it's a process. Okay, so don't be mad at yourself or something like that. I mean, no one of us is like going to reach a goal. In this case, we are having, stepstones. This is what we have, but not a goal. There's no goal. Impossible, because there's not going to be an ending to all of this, to all of this existence, to the energy. So then we have the poet. Yeah, I already explained it to you. Absolutely. Express soul insights in symbolic language. Can very much talk about channeling. Yes, being grounded is absolutely necessary in order to channel very good. And you see, I do feel okay. It is moving a little bit. The energy is coming here in, but I think there is some part of myself that is not really allowing it right now in, because I'm absolutely not grounded enough. And that's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'm having fun here anyways. So then we have again the guide, and represent the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Yeah. But in order to really be your most authentic self, what do you need? Security. And this is what you only you can create yourself, within yourself, through yourself. Only you. No money, no home, no husband, no wife, no boyfriend, no girlfriend is going to give you this internal security that you really need. Really, really. Okay, so I would like to close out the reading with some Starseed and Lightworker Oracle cards. Okay, patience. I just heard patience. Yeah, this is what we really need right now. Right now, it's very much about cleansing. Um, I have been doing a spread for me before. It is like very much if I would like to implement this, because this is like I did a like a light worker spread, and I do absolutely from the cards I see that this is like almost the same cards that I've been pulling. So I really think that it's like a theme right now. So, activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Yeah, again, we're talking about grounding. We're talking about grounding, trusting yourself, having enough internal security to allow yourself to trust your intuition. That is the most important part. Then we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah, I do absolutely feel that many of us are currently in this kind of situation in one way or the other. We don't need to talk about like really rock bottom, hitting rock bottom. It's not necessary to hit rock bottom in order to grow. That's really not necessary. It does not need to feel bad. It really doesn't. It is not need. It's not. It is not meant to be hurtful. It is actually only meant to push us in the right direction. How we are going to perceive this spirit's way of pushing us into the right direction is really a thing of perspective. What my neighbor might feel as shocking might be for me daily basis. That's the point. Then we have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, this is what we're going through right now. So, closing this whole thing out, what is generally now basically important, or things that we should consider thinking about, is that grounding ourselves is like the first thing. But actually, first and foremost, not grounding ourselves is not where spirit is wanting to guide us. The most important thing is, as we have here, being the guide, okay, being the poet, being the magical child, and really showing them that, as I said, it doesn't need to be crazy. It doesn't need to be doomsday feeling. It doesn't need to be terrifying. It does not need to be like that. It is a perspective. It is simply a perspective. And I see people around me acting in different kind of ways in regards to the energies that are going on currently. From really getting anxiety attacks, and yeah, a family member of mine, he's currently in the hospital, and was a panic attack, and yeah, it looks like a crazy time, but the point is, it does not need to be a crazy time. It is really something about our perspective, and we can change our perspective when we create, for us, a sacred space, when we are starting to calm down our mind, calm down our thoughts. It is cool that we are doing our light work, but we are the transmitter. I don't know if transmitter is technically correct in this case, but as for me, I'm acting as a channel. And not only with cards. Actually, I really love to channel without cards. But yeah, I'm going to do this. I still have this belief system that if people don't see colorful cards, they're not going to listen to me. What I would like to say. But in the same moment, I know it's a belief system. And I know that there are a lot of people out there, they really love to listen to people that are channeling without cards. And that's also something that I have to learn. So, yeah, that was a very beautiful reading. I really appreciate these messages. And, you know, the reason why I've been recording this is simply because when I've been like looking for informative or videos on YouTube, because I do really make a big circle around tarot card readings, except these from rustling around, or yeah, Sand Tarot or New Era. These are really cool. But right now, I would really prefer maybe watching some astrology stuff and like that, because that's what I was saying in the previous readings. You know, when we have these cards with twin flames and divine counterparts, yeah, seriously, when I see it, I say it. But you know, that's not what I want for this channel. That's not what I'm teaching on this channel. What I mean with this is what I would like you guys to understand, for those of you that are on a twin flame journey. You are not going to get there if you are stalking the person by cross-watching or something like that. And I do know this because I've been doing this. And I had to really learn it the hard way. And actually, it was not a very hard way. I made it like that. And that's totally fine. I mean, we are learning step by step. Absolutely. It's totally fine. I can absolutely understand myself that I did this. I mean, seriously, this is nuts. This whole topic is nuts. And at times I really wish something like that would never exist. And I would just forget about it. Just forget about it. Okay, to be honest, I think it is crazy. You know, these energies the last days have been shifting like a lot within me. And I'm not thinking about these kind of topics like in any shape or form, which is surprising, to be honest, because I haven't been recognizing this. But it's cool. This is what detaching is all about. So what I actually want to get to is what I'm absolutely not teaching here is codependency. That's not helpful. I want to help you guys. I don't want to put you like in a loop where you don't know how to get out. I want to be the one who is supporting you getting out of this fucking loop, because it is not supporting you. You want to be together with this person, or you want to be a millionaire, or you want to have this one job. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. And it's not like a harsh work on yourself. No, it's like, I'm a mom. It's a mothering work on yourself. It is a work on yourself that says, you are strong enough, your energy is potent enough, and you're having all the tools, literally always. I'm serious. Always, at any time, you're having the tools that you need to attract what you want, one step at a time. And the more you're letting go of this luggage, the more opportunities are coming towards you. That's what decluttering is all about. We're letting all energy go in order for new energy to come in. This is everything is always in movement. And when there are stuck energies within you, nothing new can enter. It is impossible. This is not how the hermetic principles are working. Okay? This is simply, this is cause and effect. There always needs to be a cause for this effect to occur. Okay? Beautiful. Yeah, as I said, I really enjoyed this this video. I don't know if it is really a reading. Yeah, kind of. I implemented some cards, but first and foremost, I really wanted to share with you, like, how it's working here. You know what is going on here. Maybe in order for you to know that you are not alone in this boat. We are energetically sitting all in the same boat, knowing that you are supported, and knowing that you are going to rock this absolutely. Great. So I'm wishing you guys a wonderful end of the week. Thank you so much for being here, and namaste.